Hey guys, welcome back. It is a story time. So make yourself a cup of tea, sit back and relax, and hear my birth story. I'm going to be doing my eldest one, Renesmee. She was my firstborn daughter, and she came out 37 weeks on the dot. So let me tell you her story. When I got pregnant with my daughter, I was 15 years old, turning 16. When she came out, 3 months after I turned 16, I was brought up in care. And with my daughter, when I got pregnant, I was with my husband. And, me and my husband, I don't know, we had that connection. We knew we was gonna be together for a very long time. Like, I don't know, it's like you kind of know you guys are going to rock it through hardship and you guys will stay together. When I got pregnant, we was both happy. It was unexpected a little bit, but we was happy that, I was pregnant. The only thing I was nervous is, oh shit, my carer's gonna find out. And I didn't know what to do because at that stage of, first time being pregnant, take it out. But yeah, I had ordered my food. Every time I'm trying to record, everyone's knocking or something's happening. But yeah, so I didn't know what was gonna happen, so I was nervous on that behalf. So I wasn't going to tell my carer until I was a little bit more showing. But my carer had a friend. Now, she's a little bit psychic, it's weird. And one day I was sitting down and imagine, like, when I took the pregnancy test, I took it, there's like a beach basically where I used to live. And me and my husband used to always go there, and I done it, there's like toilets there. So we done it in the toilet and found that I was pregnant. Now, one day we were sitting at my carer's, I was at my carer's home, and her friend was there. They were gonna go out, and I love the carer. She was like my best friend basically. She was very nice. I really felt comfortable with her. So I was like just chilling. I was sitting on the worktop, and I was looking at her. And my carer also is a hairdresser, so I was like, just watching. And her friend just looked and was like, she was a little bit drunk, but she was like, I can sense like someone has a lot of family siblings, and one of them was like the troublemaker. And she looked at me, and my carer, like, she's, she cares about me, so she was like, don't be doing no readings on her. She was like, no, I can sense it. And I said, yeah. I said, it's my, mentioned one of my siblings. And another thing, she was like, and someone is pregnant. And I was like looking like what the and I was like, wait, I was like, who? She's like, someone that's not related, but, is here and pregnant. So she looked, and I don't know if she looked, her look was like, I know you're pregnant. My carer was like, no, I can't be her daughter, because she has a daughter, and she was older than me. But I was like, looking, I was like, yeah, maybe. I said, she might be pregnant then. Something, happened. Found out that she did find out that I was pregnant, and I had to tell her anyways, because we didn't know what was going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen if I do get pregnant. What's going to happen if I'm staying here? Will they put me, you know what I mean? You don't know. I didn't know nothing what was going to happen. So when they did find out, I didn't know how many weeks I was, by the way. So when I did say it and she found out on the phone, I texted her. I was in school, and my husband, she kind of knew my husband was like the cheeky one, so she was like, you too. So, they told muscle services, but they had to put me in a mother baby unit, not because of it's because of my history. So when they were telling me that, first time hearing mother and baby unit, I was like, what the hell? And the way they describing it, and it was exactly how it felt. So anyways, that's another story of mother and baby unit. But I was pregnant, my husband was happy, I was still happy. I was very depressed though with my first daughter, because a lot of things happened, and it felt like, why am I being punished? But yeah, overall, I was very happy that I was pregnant with my man, and I felt like they took that first time, you know, when you're pregnant, you want to enjoy it with your husband, they took all that away from me, so that depression hit hard. But when I was pregnant with my daughter, I remember and you know, as being a YouTuber, I've always said I'll be true to you guys. I was very heavily smoking due to stress, depression, anxiety. Being in care, I didn't have that much anxiety on myself. I've had someone to rely on, you know what I mean? When I was now put into mother and baby unit, it felt like I was locked away and I had to be a grown-up. It felt like so much was like boom on me. I felt alone as well. I was just locked up in that place. I wasn't allowed out with my husband like that. I was insecure, of course. I was going through my own emotions like so much. But my pregnancy was good. It's just that I was smoking very heavily, badly. I remember with her pregnancy, I wasn't really eating, but I was still very skinny. Like, my weight stayed. Like, usually when they say when you're pregnant, you gain like at least 10 pounds to 15 pounds. Sometimes people only gain 8 pounds, but you gain in your pregnancy. I didn't with my daughter. I stayed. I maybe only gained like 3 pounds, 4 pounds. That's it. It was like for like the whole 9 months you're telling me I only gained, like, now that I'm thinking about it, if I could change back time, I would have took it differently. But I'm grateful that my daughter's healthy. She's like a big woman right now. So when I was pregnant, yeah, pregnancy was fine. I was just smoking a lot. Then there was one day, I was 36, I think, weeks. I was on a train coming back to the mother baby unit. It was late night as well that day. And I don't know, I sat down. And her pregnancy, by the way, it didn't even feel like I was pregnant, because that's how small I was carrying as well. The baby was like 2 pounds. It was literally like nothing. They were very nervous on her side, but she ate quick, and luckily she was doing so good. But yes, she was very tiny in my stomach. She wasn't growing the way a baby should be growing inside my tummy. So me back then, I didn't even know all this. So I was just like, okay, yeah, maybe because I'm small. I wasn't really paying attention. But yes, she was very good with the pregnancy. Didn't really have nothing like that. I didn't feel like I was pregnant, to be honest, but just the bump is growing. So her bump wasn't even that big. The biggest I've had was my last daughter that I just had, my son, and maybe this time pregnancy. But 2 of my girls, I was very small. Going on 36, was on the train, and I sat down and I felt pressure and I felt like a little gush. Now I looked at him and I was like, did I just pee myself? Or was that water just coming out? So I checked and I had to smell it, but it wasn't weed. So I was like, shit. Next thing you know, I went back home as usual. 1 week after, I'm having contractions. Now I'm telling the woman, there's like an office right next door of me. And I told her, I'm in contractions. I can feel it. My first time, I'm panicking. I don't know the feeling of what the hell was going on. I did have one girl living upstairs, and bless her, because I was very struggling back then as well. Very struggling. She did help me with, her baby basically came out before mine, just literally recent before mine. And when her one came out, her baby was very good, of course, healthier than mine. And her clothes didn't fit, so she gave me brand new newborn clothes, a lot. Even a swinger, bless her. I'm telling the woman at night time, my husband is not with me. He lives like an hour away from where I was. Not an hour away, but like 40 minutes away, nearly like an hour away. Now I'm trying to call him, he's sleeping. Now I'm trying to be like, how the hell am I gonna get him? And the woman did call the ambulance, but she wasn't onto them. Like, this woman has a heart condition, it's the first time giving birth, we don't know what's gonna happen. I'm in pain now. Like, I wasn't crying or anything like that at first, but I was like, what is this pain? So when my husband came, he took me in a cab and took me to the hospital. Now when I'm going to hospital, luckily it was close, it wasn't that far, it was like 15 minutes, 20 minutes drive. But yeah, so we went there. The guy, bless him, he drove good, very fast. We got there now, and as your first time pregnancy, which I now know fully on pregnancy, people come to me to give advice because that's how much I know about pregnancies very well now. I went in, and when your first time pregnancy, you do be like, trust me, you're in labor for like 16 hours. Like, it's not gonna come quick. I didn't know that. So I'm there thinking this pain is just coming and coming and coming. When she examined me and I was laying there, everything like that, they did check and was like, yep, she is 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters, I could hack it. But when she went on to like 6 centimeters and she's telling me I'm 6 now, no wonder why, because that 6, that's when it started to go hell for me. I was in pain. I was telling them that I can't take it. It was just too much for me. My pain was just too much. As a first time, of course, pregnant as well, heart condition, they had to give me epidural. So my first time was with my daughter, my first daughter, epidural. Now, when I was, as you guys know me, I am paranoid with needles. When you're in that much pain, I'm telling you, you'll take it. So I was like, okay, whatever. I had to relax my body and I didn't feel nothing. That helped me. But I was still first time panicking overly myself. They had to use forceps with my daughter, as my first time, your down below isn't stretched. So they would need to help you some. So they used forceps. They were really in like helping me out. I did push. She came out around 6:28, I think it was. She weighed very small. She was a very small baby. Luckily, she was bear in mind she's small and underweight, but she was healthy. Like, they didn't need to put in an incubator. They need nothing. So, sorry, my daughter is singing. So, yes, so they basically just gave me her, and I was just nurturing her, looking after her. I was breastfeeding her. She messed up my breast nipples. Like, she started it. She gained very quick. I had to stay there 1 week anyways. As you're in mother and baby unit, and in care, they basically, you have to stay there until they come and they discharge you, of course, with altogether blah 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 blah. 1 week, I didn't mind, but it was like, yeah, I wasn't really that depressed at my first daughter, because my first daughter, I was very happy. I just didn't know what was gonna come now, like being a mother baby and having a baby now. It just went worse than mother and baby unit after having the baby, because it was more lockdown. I was not even allowed out. So, anyways, yeah, had my daughter, was so happy. My husband was very happy, but she was a very heck of a baby when she came out. That's why the girl from upstairs, I'm so happy with her. We still chat. We're still like very close friends. But she gave me a swinger, and my daughter was so bad at night. She did not want to sleep unless if she was in a swinger. I don't know. It's like she wanted to rock all the time. And it's not like I was holding the baby all the time, because I knew that, holding the baby too long, you have someone coming in sometimes. Someone would come in. She was like the favorite lady at nighttime. She would come at this time and she would help me. 1, 2, 3 days, I knocked out. I didn't even think about the feeding. She had to wake me up like, it's time for feeding. I didn't know. As a first time mother, you don't really know, but you gradually know. Now with my daughter, that was her labor. It was straightforward. It wasn't that hard. The labor, I did have epidural, that's it. Giving birth, it didn't feel nothing down below. So it was easy. Forceps they had to use, but everything was fine, touch wood. But yeah guys, that was my story of my first daughter, baby. I'm gonna try to show you some pictures at the end, just of her newborn. But overall, yeah, I was happy that I've had her. Would never turn back time, and now she's a big lady. So make sure you guys tune into my second birth story, and my third one, and my fourth one, and this you're gonna see. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, it does help me out. Share, and I'll see you guys in my next videos.